Hello, hello, hello. This is Tamarina Sims, and we will have a look at all families in Pleasantview in 1929. The Marsh family is starting, and Anastasia needs to bring roses to her own door in her underwear. William has the day off, and Anna can show him what she is doing when he is at work, taking care of the bees and harvesting herbs. Though William had the idea to make a fancy breakfast for them and set the kitchen on fire. Luckily, Henry Sims was alarmed and came over to help, but it took him long to take the first fire out, so it spread it to the next counter. At some point he was helpless, though Anna didn't notice at all what was going on in her kitchen. This time also Anna realizes that something is wrong and runs into the kitchen. Will paid Henry and took a bath afterwards. In the afternoon he was able to help his wife to sell some of her homemade stuff. Anna was also able to make honey. The animation is from the pinball machine. That was funny to watch. Enriqueta Bachelor was at her kindergarten. 11 toddlers were there, though it was really peaceful. The mornings are a bit stressful with potty training. After that the kids spread it out and it was fine. You will see some time jumps in this video. Some of the toddlers here in kindergarten you have already seen in the Crumble Bottom School video. I wanted to have some children for this specific video, so I played those families first, until the children aged up. Most of this you will see in this video. At the bachelor's home nothing really happened. The newbies had some last-minute stuff to do before the birthday of the twins. Mommy Rockburn was over and distracted little Mary a bit, while her brother had to be taught to speak. Luckily he made it, and so both kids were ready for the birthday and afterwards some makeovers. We visit the Dreamer family on a Wednesday. Delmore stayed home for baby Davis and harvested some tomatoes. Later he played with a stray cat called Roxy and was able to adopt it, and the whole family enjoyed this decision. At the end of the day, there was a double birthday to be celebrated and the Durong family was invited. So this is the party where Delilah became friends with Daisy. First it was Daisy's turn, however, something did go wrong and she wasn't aged up with the cake. So I made it manually, and this was used by the parents to go secretly upstairs for a little woohoo. Later little Davis did grow up. I forgot his makeover, so this is for next time. At the Burbs, Beatrice needed to be taught to speak as well, while her mom Susan gets her first baby bump. This is a time jump as well. You already saw the child Beatrice visiting the Crumble Bottoms, though the Crumble Bottom videos are in the same year as this video. So whatever, right? So at least it is time for Beatrice to grow up and get a makeover. She is more of a lonely sim, maybe because she still is a single child. For the Rockburns, it was Butcher's Day, and the last day of fall too. Bruno finally took care of all the rabbits in his backyard. Some festive days are coming and people will buy the meat. At 3 o'clock, Carl made his way home from school. Bruno did some sales until 5 when his wife came home. She then was able to finally teach Carl fully to do his homework, and later on his brother Clifford celebrated his birthday into a child. I already made some changes to his face and made it genetic, so he isn't a clone of his older brother anymore. Clifford is also the one who inherited the bad eyes from his mom, so he has to wear glasses. At the end of the day, a phone call awaits Mommy. It is her boss who tells her that she doesn't need to come into work anymore. She is fired. For the dentist, it is a Sunday and Melinda gets some cleaning done in her underwear, because why not? Dale is outside in the garden playing with the leaves until it bores him. The toilet is also clogged, so Melinda called Myron to repair it. Marshall was at work and came home with a promotion to patrol officer level 3. For now, this is the highest he can get in Pleasantview. In the evening, it is baby David's birthday, and still the dentist wishes for a girl, so I sent them to Woohoo, which wasn't successful. For the oldies, it was a normal day. Irma gardening her herbs while she gets an invitation to some place, and Myron was at work. In the evening, it was baby Helen's birthday, and she became a cute toddler. Off topic, I already have the love story between her and Cole planned out. Can't wait to show you. And yes, I'm weird. She's just a toddler. Last time Delilah wasn't able to learn the homework help, so she got that in this Tuesday morning before school. Like ever, it is done that easily and fast. She also has time to blow some bubbles, which increases her fun very slowly. But it is cute though. After school, she jump ropes and discovers her hobby, fitness. The cat Biscuit was over again, and this time Seth tried to befriend her for adoption, but wasn't lucky, so we hope for next time. At the Jones, it was all about toddler Roger. He himself gets some charisma in. Later, his father was able to teach him to walk, and potty training is also nearly done. And all that on day 1 of his toddler stage. That gives me Delilah knowledge vibes. After an uneventful day, the Simowits are celebrating the birthday of their twins Bessie and Betty. This is Betty, and she is not only the needed ancestor for this family, her sister Bessie has a lot of tricks up her sleeve, but more of this later. The twinnies cuddling is a very cute thing. Gretel Goff was greeted with a hobby invitation this morning. However, it is a slow Sunday for the Goffs, and Samuel achieved a zone status in arts and crafts. When Dacia doesn't have much to do at the house, she helps Gretel to harvest the herbs in the garden. In the evening, it is Gunther's birthday, and in the makeover I see a lot of Gretel in him, which gives him a flat face. Well, I have to be patient and see how he looks like when he grows up. The Sims family had a very slow Sunday. Regina taught Peggy to walk and Henry did jump rope for his fitness. Though in the middle of the night a phone call woke up Regina. It was her boss. He did tell her she doesn't need to come in anymore. Therefore, she was fired. Sometimes before work, Les studies the newspaper, though the news he was reading today concerned him. So he told his wife Kinder about the stock market crash and the newspaper's predictions about what might happen next. Les had to go to work, though Kinder got the newspaper to read today's articles by herself. Would the stock market crash affect her shop and herself? Therefore, she considered which costs she could save in the short term that would not have a significant impact on her business. She came to the conclusion that firing Alice Jones as a barista would be the right decision. And she was soon able to greet Bruno Rockburn, who had a delivery of rabbit meat for her. A little later that day, Kinder received a call from one of her suppliers in Moonlight Falls. He explained that his next shipment would be delayed due to the current market situation and that his prices would have to increase. This was obviously bad news for Kinder, but it prompted her to react rashly. She unceremoniously fired Max Newby simply because she was standing next to her. Back at home, as usually, strays are fighting in front of the Pleasant house. Kinder made her way home with mixed feelings. She tried to turn the bad energy of today's events into something positive and teach her son to walk. Les, though, hadn't heard anything about Kinder's day. He went for a jog. Before bedtime, Kinder snuggled with her son, but she didn't felt sleepy, though she trained ballet. It is the 96th anniversary of the Black Thursday with the release of this video, and the Pleasantview Sims are now leaving the era of the roaring 20s and have some darker times ahead of them. The Great Depression was accompanied by high unemployment, though 4 Sims were fired. To further simulate the depression, I've raised taxes as well as the levy on the row houses. Shops will also be raising their prices soon. However, there were also so many positive events happening, like a lot of birthdays. Right now, there are 0 babies, 1 Sim is pregnant, 13 toddlers, and 8 children. We will see what happens in Pleasantview soon. I see you in the next video. Bye!